Breaking news coming in now from the National Capital Region, and a swarm of locusts have been spotted in parts of Gurugram. Locusts were seen in areas along Gurugram, Dwarka Expressway near the airport today. In the wake of the locust attack, the Delhi Air Traffic Control has in fact asked pilots of all airlines to take necessary precautions during landing and takeoff. Monitoring team has been set up and operations are normal as of now, but pilots have in fact been put on alert. So as we know, this is not just Gurugram. In fact, we are getting reports that in several parts of Haryana, in Faridabad and Jhajjar as well, swarm of locusts have been seen. But in Gurugram, it's particularly of concern because of, as we know, that it is near the IGI Airport as well, and which is the reason why the air traffic control has already alerted the pilots that both during the takeoff as well as during the landing process, they should be extra cautious. Now that a swarm of locusts have been spotted in Gurugram. I'm joined by my colleague Mohit on this. Mohit, so this is of course a cause of concern. What exactly have been the precautions taken by the Gurugram administration, and what also has been told by the air traffic control to the pilots or to the airlines, in fact, as to what they can do in order to take some precautions?
Well, Tonima, first and foremost, we must start as to what really, led to such a problem being created right now. What we are given to understand from the Ministry of Agriculture officers is the fact that strong winds which were witnessed in the northern states, including the Delhi NCR area, for the past over the past week, is something because of which these locust swarms have now reached very near to the national capital. This is something which was not expected. The FAO included, the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations had in fact come out and said that this is due to the onset of the monsoon, it is expected that the locusts will now start traveling towards the deserted area along the Indo-Pak border. Now, as far as the preparations are concerned, what we can tell you right now is the fact that right now it is very difficult to contain these locusts, especially given the fact that aircraft cannot be used at this particular point, because these locust swarms are largely over urbanized area, and human population resides in these areas, and especially because the aircrafts would essentially mean an overall pesticide spraying that cannot be undertaken by the authorities. So vehicular spraying of pesticides has been already undertaken. Meanwhile, there are several nearby towns like Delhi as well as Faridabad and Noida and Ghaziabad, which have also sounded an alert. The officers are taking a meeting. What we're given to understand is the fact that the Environment Minister of Delhi, Mr. Gopal Rai, is also taking a meeting as we speak. Apart from this, the Ministry of Agriculture has also got going its rapid response teams right now to ensure that these swarms can be averted. And it is likely that we could see much more vehicles on the roads spraying such pesticides. As far as the ATC is concerned, it is sort of a problem at this particular point, because the locusts, just to give you a basic understanding of how many locusts can be in one square kilometer area, these numbers can be between 4 to 8 crores. So the sheer magnitude is so huge, and this can obviously create some problems during takeoff and landing period. So the ATC is in fact has already insured all the all the aircraft and flight carriers to ensure that precautions are taken while landing and taking off. So these are the measures which are currently in place, and the authorities are obviously trying to ensure that these swarms do not spread further and do not deviate further from their path towards the Indo-Pak border.